from this web page from our previous video, we saw that this particular main element needs to be 500 pixels wide. So if I look at the code, it says width is 500 pixels, right? But if I come over here, if I hover over here, or I calculate this particular area, it seems like that this particular element is actually, let's say, 520 pixels wide. It's on the top left corner, right, mentioned. So it's 500 pixels, then 5 pixels of padding, and then 5 pixels of border. So that's 10 over here, 10 over here, that's 520 pixels. That is actually not what I wanted. I actually wanted it to be, 500 pixels maximum wide, including everything, right? So a lot of times when I'm designing my websites, or a lot of professionals are, they will put a particular width because they know that that's the real estate that they want. That's the area that they want to cover. And when you add padding and borders, the width becomes even bigger. So if I have to fix that, I have to subtract whatever width I want minus, whatever the padding is. So let's say if I truly want this to be 500 pixels, I have to make it 580 pixels, right? Just accommodate the width. Accommodate the padding and the borders. But that's not really friendly. I have to think about it again and again. So for that, luckily, CSS has a property called border size box sizing, box dash sizing, and the value you provide inside is border box. So by default, everything is the default value is content box. So let's see what the difference is. So I'll set this to border box, save, and now refresh. And you see this is slightly smaller, but let's take a look. If I click over here, you see that it automatically ensured that the entire box is in total whatever width I mentioned, which is 500 pixels, and it will actually make the content area smaller to accommodate the different padding and borders. So that is a very helpful strategy. I use it all the time, 100% of the time in my website. So I have predictability. When I say 500 pixels, I know that the entire box is going to be 500 pixels. So just to show you the difference, I'm actually going to make a copy of this particular main element. So I'm going to make a copy of it. All right. And in this particular one, I'm going to set the class to, let's say, special. Save, oops, refresh, and now I have two main elements. They're both the same size, one with the class of special. Now in my CSS over here, I've removed border box, all right, and I'm over here, I'm going to create a class special, and inside I'm going to set border sizing border box, all right. So only this particular property is going to be applied to the main class, main element with the class of special, all right. So if I refresh, you see this one is in total 500 pixels, and this one is only 500 pixels plus the padding plus the margins. So it's 520 pixels, all right? And a default thing that I do on my website, when I design my website, I actually set all the elements. So I'll put asterisk over here like such. I'll set all the elements to behave like this, all right? That's what I do on my websites, and a lot of website developers do that as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to talk to you in the next.